Good morning on what is a warm, bright and humid day. It is Sunday the 25th of June. I've got a nice hot cup of tea and a box to continue unboxing. And what I'm going to pull out of here is this, which is Slasher, or The Slasher, but basically an in-game release for the role-playing game SLA Industries. So SLA Industries is published by Nightfall Games. It's a role-playing game set in a massive city, multi-layered, in a world of it's a world of corporate horror, terrorism, serial killers, cannibal pigs, and the like, and the player characters, SLA operatives, are on the whole attempting to achieve fame and fortune whilst climbing the corporate ladder at SLA Industries, the only corporation that matters, as SLA operatives, trained killers, investigators, and the like. But celebrity in the world of SLA Industries extends to serial killers, most notably Halloween Jack, who graces the front page of the SLA Industries core rulebook. But in a city of millions upon millions, there are also other serial killers, and you can be a serial killer and be a nobody. But essentially, once you have murdered your 13th victim, you come to the notice of the media. You'll acquire a nickname and some notoriety, if not out and out fame. So, this is a fanzine, sort of like, or magazine dedicated to essentially those serial killers. And it's really done sort of like super tabloid, Soraway Sun, National Enquirer style, as in Looney Bin Lover, feckless teen, Debbie Roscoe, Gall Heights, District 4, Sector 12, falls head over heels for deranged delinquent Looney Bin, or Deadbeat Dice's 6, are just some of the inventive headlines on show here. So, got anything for the slasher? We want the stories from your neighbourhood or block. Call us in confidence. So this is a cheap magazine. It's not a cheap magazine, but basically it's emulating the kind of cheap magazine put out dedicated to serial killers, and it's meant to be utterly trashy. The thing is, the production values are anything but, because this is nice paper, it's glossy, it's full colour, whereas you think the sort of like the National Enquirer or the Sun, yes, they're colour, but they're done on sort of like cheap newspaper, and they're kind of trashy. So we have nice to mincemeat you. Basically an editorial from Harold. With a victim baked into a pie. And the front cover story continues inside, just beneath the editorial. Then we've got making plans for Nigel. Now, referencing the song, but here we have Mr. and Mrs. Horton have high hopes for their son Nigel, and they desire that in just a few short years, he'll have his name up in lights as a serial killer. Well, he always had a bit of a temper, and we've always tried to coax it out of him. Francine Horton told our reporter, waking him up with a hot iron, killing his pet hamster, telling him the local girls are evil and riddled with diseases, that sort of thing. So, SLA Industries as a setting, or more, the world of progress, Mort City, is such a twisted place that a path to fame and fortune is as a serial killer. So the parents are actually sort of like, you know, prodding him and doing all of the sort of like typical, applying the typical stresses that will turn him into a serial killer. You know, and you have, it's a section on, you know, Nigel brooding, and his loving parents. Yeah. And similarly, you know, then we get into Rictus is back, Rictus the clown. So we've got a report on him, and then sort of like, you know, missing. Are you missing any children? You know, do you think Robbie Rictus might have taken them? You know, call the clown hotline. It's so dark and twisted. And then we have killed over a kebab. The angry mutts almost found themselves in serious trouble over a kebab. Had to face up against Killswitch, another serial killer, and then of course accompanied by opportunity for an advert from Mike's Kebabs. And as much as you know, hero of the hour, you know, we have Frank Hickenbottom. You know, choice of really kind of the names is delightfully banal. It's utterly mundane. And then we have reports here of easy kill. Breaking news: Arnie the Chopper gunned down by gutsy Grant Conlon, SLA operatives SL7 at the Taylor Plaza. You know, so at the same time, the SLA operatives can make their names by killing serial killers. Restroom reprisals. Mr. Bubbles has spent the last 2 weeks hunting down Shiver patrols in District 2 and brutally murdering them in an especially gruesome fashion. The dubious reason for this rage-fueled, you know, so a furious Mr. Bubbles seeks redress. Yeah, he does. Bacon Butty Beef. It's a dark and rainy night in downtown District 2, and the inhabitants of Sector 12 were rudely awakened by the sound of a squealing pig killing one of their neighbours. A normal night, you'd think, but this was no normal murder. For once the dust settled, two families broke out into a rammy over who would get the retribution. And down below we've got a series of classified ads. Then we have Monster on the Loose continued. Exclusive. The Slasher has all the inside news on Deadbeat Dex's latest escapades. All the latest goss. So here we have the latest on various serial killers. You know, so here there's a complete bloodbath in a shift block running between District 1 and 2 this week when Halloween Jack made a surprise appearance. So that's Halloween Jack. And so, you know, here you have, you know, you can just drop this on the table and your SLA Industries game, people can just peruse it. You know, there's no game stats, they're not giving anything away. But at the same time, the Game Master can use this sort of as inspiration for encounters, for ideas, to add the elements of serial killers to her game. Then we have complete balls up. SLA Industries' finest showed their true colours once again with the latest cock-up coming from a lieutenant named Bergamot Balls. When a new cognate showed up on the scene, Balls was in prime position to alert their superiors to this new fact. What did Balls do? They misregistered their alert as a carrion sighting, something that's to a uni in Sector 35. So it's down on the shivers as well. Right to the core. Keeping it in the family. Our weekly update on the family values cognate of killers. Neighbourhood nut jobs. Have you had a run-in with a remorseless monster? fled from a frightful beast, been narrowly missed by a nutcase with a nail gun. Why not drop us a line and let us know what serial killer encounters you've been dealing with this week? So yeah, that is the slasher, latest issue, essentially an in-game look at the killers and slashers and murderers on the loose on the streets and sewers of downtown Mort City in SLA Industries. I think it's absolutely it's well, both sick and brilliant. It's you know, fairly tongue-in-cheek and yeah, rotten, but yeah, funny. So yeah, that's the slasher from Nightfall Industries. If you've or Nightfall Games, I should say. If you've enjoyed this unboxing look, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to see more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with a box from which I will unbox a book or game, or in this case, an in-game publication, which I will chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so. All, of course, accompanied by myself with tea. Then please do hit the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing of the Nook, and we'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.